All right, folks. There was a moment of silence for Lorraine Acid in the venue just a moment ago. So we're coming from that. If things sound a little quiet on this end, that would be the reason. I'm Mo Chismo.
Joined by Blind Rage, voice of Team Massachusetts.
And I'm the voice of New York today. New York in purple, Massachusetts in red as we start things off.
All right, introducing Massachusetts skating in red. We have number 027, Trash Panda. We have number 03, Pax-a-Punch. 08, Morgan LaFlay. 109, Bella LeBras. 121, Captain Agent Malter. Number 15, Allison Murphy. Number 207, Sassy Malassi. Number 21, Emily Nolan. Number 26, Weird Al Shankovich. Number 333, Boots. Number 4, Android. 42, Flyin' King. 421, Thylander. 451, Rage Bradbury. 68, Pickled Beats. 749, Evil Midweek Cutie. 8, Aubrey Planets. Number 999, Lammy.
All right, we'll have those New Yorkers for you in a moment. But in the meanwhile, there's one New Yorker who's at the front of the pack. It is Kate Sarah.
A well-known name from the New York All-Stars. Kate Sarah will be the lead jammer, picking up a quick 4 points in purple for New York. Who do we have jamming for Massachusetts?
That is Flying King.
That's number 42. I believe the start has come off. It will be... I see Evil Midweek Cutie, generally better known as Wednesday Addams, wearing the pivot stripe for Massachusetts. We'll have to see if Massachusetts is going to initiate a star pass.
Evil Midweek Cutie. I see now what's going on there. Yeah,
it was a generic off-brand Wednesday Addams Halloween costume that was fun. We had a star stash with Flying King, who's been a very successful jammer throughout Battle of the All-Stars this past weekend.
And it's a power jam now for Flying King. They're the only jammer out there. Kate sitting out 30 seconds in the box.
All right. I did not see what that call was for, but we're very early on into the bout. It's going to be surely an exciting matchup between these two teams, with New York obviously generally seeded as number one for, the past 2 years?
Well, they were. They've won the last 3 years, I believe, and they've never come in lower than second in any of their appearances.
And so, yes, this is going to be the match to determine the bronze medal.
Right.
Kate Sarah re-entering and re-engaging.
Yeah, this will be the first year they place out of the gold and silver range. Kate Sarah now through for 4.
Let's see, no points on the board for Massachusetts yet. We're sitting at 8-0.
Yeah, Flying King still looking for a way through the pack. Kate now knocked to the outside. 2 more to get by. Burst of speed, and Kate's through.
I did not see I saw King at the head of the pack having completed that star stash. I assumed that they had gotten through, but
no,
I guess they
swallowed
were
back up.
re-engaged.
Or maybe
knocked out?
No, they made a whole, when I was distracted, made a whole rotation. So there's 4 points, 12-4 currently.
All right. Just under 27 minutes left. Of course, this is going to be a full 60-minute bout.
Right.
Again, this is to determine the bronze medal for Battle of the All-Stars 2020.
That's Switchcraft on the line for New York, 110 in purple.
Trying to put my eyes on who's wearing the star from Massachusetts.
Yeah, I can't quite see from this angle. It's tough sometimes.
Which
Lammy, Sacrificial Lammy.
Number 999, who I didn't realize, I've been saying throughout the broadcast, this is my first BOTAS, and I did not realize that Lammy has made a name for herself by choosing different variations of her name every year. So this year she's Sacrificial Lammy, and she is our lead jammer. So
Switchcraft chasing her down right now.
Although we've seen throughout the weekend that Lammy is one of those jammers who really combines speed and precision and some incredible feats of gymnastics.
Switchcraft got in the pack, but I don't think scored.
Let's take a look.
3 points for Massachusetts.
All right, creeping up to bridge that gap.
Kate was MVP earlier this weekend
and
in the bout versus Florida.
Yep, there was a game.
That was certainly a game.
That was wild. Let's see.
Kate on the line against Rage Bradbury.
I see. There's Kate Sarah back on the line. Rage Bradbury, a relatively recent transfer to Boston Roller Derby out of New Hampshire, I want to say. I might be lying. Kate is our lead jammer.
Rage being pulled back by the pivot for New York. That's, is that Lizzie C?
Mizzy C?
Lizzie C.
Yes. New York has lost a blocker to the box, leaving Massachusetts at a slight pack advantage.
Place night, actually.
Brad is out of the pack, and we got a little jammer on jammer action as Kate Sarasara attempts to knock Brad out.
And yeah, Kate decides to go for it, try to get in there for an additional point, but unable to do so before Rage, yeah, goes out forward. And I was saying your name, I just realized. But able to call it off before any damage done. 4 points picked up by New York.
Before I picked up any additional points for Team Massachusetts from the announcer's booth.
Quite a feat to do that. I would have been very impressed.
You know what? I'm multifaceted.
Right on.
I
contain multitude.
That's what I was going for, yeah. Rage Bradbury tends to skate under the nickname Brad so as to distinguish.
Understood.
Let's see. We have...
It's Mizzy C out there for New York.
And there I see 333. Let's see. That is Boots wearing the star for Massachusetts.
303, 333.
To Mizzy C, knocked to the inside and recycled back by Massachusetts captain Agent Malter. That's 121. Although she manages to dart through, re-engaging up at the top of the pack. Mizzy C we've seen as one of those combination force and juking type jammers, just kind of a...
Boots had been knocked to the outside, was pulled all the way back around the first turn, back to the pivot line, and restarting that run now.
Boots does have the lead jammer designation, and
got a big hit coming out of the pack.
And so she is in control of the clock. We'll have to see how she chooses to utilize that.
Brad transferred from Granite State, I'm seeing on the Twitch board. Thank you, folks.
Thank you, Twitch. Boots trying to make use of those lines and being knocked outside and then inside. We're having a tough time. Both of these jammers being recycled way back.
Yeah, I was just going to say, both sides putting up some ferocious defense here. We're 80 seconds in with we do have a lead. I take that back.
No points, though.
No points. There we go. Mizzy C escaping the gravity well here. That's her initial.
Yep.
And Boots gets out and calls it with that pressure put on. So that's going to be a 0-point jam.
All right. That was a lot of work for not a whole lot of gain. That does appear to be a 0-0. We've got a score of 16-7 favoring New York in purple.
Diagon Alley, a new jammer for New York this year. Going to be taking the jam line for purple.
Now, I myself am actually a recent transfer from the same team that Diagon Alley plays for. I can speak from painful experience that she has a strong background in soccer, I believe. She hits hard and moves fast, so we're going to have to see how the Massachusetts Walls contend with her.
Flying King is your lead jammer.
There they go, taken after their name, right up the outside line. I'm trying to put my eyes on, Alley is out of the pack as well. Let's see if King can move fast enough to pick up a couple of points.
Around the outside, New York to meet him in the front, and he calls it off.
There we go. That was all 4 points picked up by Flying King. This is New York's second scoreless jam in a row.
All right, Kate Sarasara returning to the line for New York.
And let's see.
Sacrificial
Lammy.
Oh, Lammy, okay.
Sacrificial Lammy, of course, calling off her final jam, I believe it was on Friday, with a cartwheel.
All right, that's one way to do it. 999 is your lead jammer.
There she goes.
3 in a row.
Lammy. Kate Sarasara knocked to the outside, but our Massachusetts pivot, Bella Labral, knocked herself out in the process, allowing Kate Sarasara to just continue on her merry, merry way.
And I see Lammy looking for the word to call it off from the bench. Finally gets it.
There it is.
She looked like she was a little incredulous they were waiting so long.
Drawn out in suspense.
4 points makes this a 1-point game, Rage.
All right. I have this lingering suspicion that we're going to see a lot of this high-stress neck-and-neck lead change just based on the games that both of these teams have played throughout the weekend.
Unlike the comparison between New York City and Boston, there might actually be a reasonable chance here these are even.
Only time will tell.
All right, Switchcraft and Rage Bradbury out there right now.
I see
Switchcraft is out in front. That's lead for New York. First
is.
lead in 5 jams.
Rage Bradbury kind of stuck at the back, right in the middle of a very complicated-looking New York tripod, trying to eke their way up the outside line. It does not look like it was successful. There's Switchcraft coming back around, having picked up 4 points. Rage Bradbury out of the pack from the inside line.
Switchcraft, another run right now, knocked to the outside, and it's going to call it on her backside there. But looked, no. She picked up a penalty. It might have been a low block.
This is our first, low block confirmed. This is our first power jam of the bout. This one favoring Massachusetts, of course, in red. This gives Rage Bradbury and their blockers and pivot 30 seconds to try and close that gap that Switchcraft has opened up. 4 more points on the board for Team Mass in red.
And they are within 1 pass of taking the lead here. And I believe they just did so.
Yep, that was Purple 09 heading to the box where, let's see, where Kate Sorrell, no.
No, Switchcraft is out now, yeah. Switchcraft around the outside. Oh, big hit from...
That's Aubrey Planets, number 8 in red. Not a blocker you want to be caught behind.
Yeah, I could see that.
We have Switchcraft stuck behind a red wall of, I see Evil Midweek Cutie, I see Emily Nolan, I see Sassy Molassie.
There's 4 more for Switchcraft now.
This is, of course, going to be a 2-minute jam.
And 4 more for Brad. I want to get the final count here, but I think we have a lead change. Yes, 16-point jam for Brad brings us to 31 points for Boston.
It was a very successful jam for Rage Bradbury. We've got the New York pivot and an additional blocker sitting in the Apex Skate Shop penalty box, leaving Massachusetts with a 4-2 pack advantage.
All right, well, we mentioned the Apex penalty box there. Apex Skate Shop is here in the building at BOTAS 2020. But if you're listening to us online, you can find them on the web at apexskateshop.com. Well, you're at it. You might need some pads. 187 can provide those pads. They've been designing and constructing them for top professional athletes for the past decade. Started by a longtime skater and a family-owned upholstery shop, 187 Killer Pads has since become the preferred choice of skaters worldwide. Follow them on Instagram and on the web at 187killerpads.com.
Good stuff. Now let's see. Massachusetts, of course, having come out victorious against both Ohio and Colorado, and then losing Saturday night to Pennsylvania. Let's see, how did New York end up here?
Well, New York won against California, 111-67, and a loss against Florida, 154-91. A commanding win by Florida in that bout.
Very much so. Florida really having upset a number of seeding brackets.
Yeah, for sure.
Over the course of this weekend. Massachusetts as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Who have we got? Oh.
Where's Brutal putting down number 26, Weird Al Shankovich.
That was I also have some skating experience with Fuerza Brutal, and I can say that she's another one of those blockers that you as a jammer just don't want to be tangling with.
Well, Busy C now is your lead jammer and is working on a scoring pass.
Weird Al Shankovich still kind of stuck behind, let's see, I'm having a hard time catching the numbers. Weird Al Shankovich out of the pack despite Fuerza Brutal's best efforts, coming around hoping to pick up some points.
Mizzy forced to call it. Did she get all 4 in the pack?
I don't know if she...
I don't think so. I see 2 points.
It is a tight game, folks. We have a 3-point game at this point. We've got about 17 minutes left in this first half of this penultimate bout of Battle of the All-Stars 2020.
I swear you're in my head. I was like, gotta work in penultimate.
Hey.
Diagon Alley on the line for New York. I think that's Flying King.
That is Flying King wearing the star from Massachusetts. Flying King was I believe one of our Massachusetts MVPs.
Was MVP versus
Colorado.
Maybe? That is correct.
Oh, Die Again Alley fighting it out with Paxa Punch in red up there. Will be our lead jammer.
That's 3 lead jams in a row for New York, but during that time they've lost the lead and have not regained it. Flying King towing the line up front there and able to stay legal.
There's number 127 in purple, Sassy Sutton, heading to the apex penalty box, leaving Massachusetts with the pack advantage going into this next jam.
Flying King putting the pressure on, forcing the call off. New York with only a single point in that pass.
Which brings us to a 2-point bout.
Murder by inches here.
Oh, if you have high blood pressure already, I'm going to suggest that you take a step back and drink some water, do whatever your doctor needs you to do, because this is going to be one of those wild games.
Well, Kate Sarah making it always makes things wild when she's skating.
She is good at that.
And who is that against her there?
Ooh,
Coming around the outside,
Lammy. I always want to say Slammy, like the sacrificial Lammy throws me off, but that's not her name. Let's see.
Not today.
Not today, anyway. Maybe BOTAS 2021.
Kate Sarah is your lead jammer. Lammy chasing her down right now.
If there is a jammer that I don't want hot on my tracks, it is probably Lammy.
Yeah, she got right in there. Kate did not have time enough to call it off.
Let's see.
They took the chance, and it looks like Mass got 3. I don't think New York also got 3.
All right, we're sticking it out at that 2-point differential. We've got Sassy Sutton standing up in the box, ready to re-engage sometime within the next 10 seconds. Rage Bradbury back out on the line for Massachusetts.
That's Busy C, 303 for New York in the Imperial Purple.
Sassy Sutton coming back in to re-engage. Penalty box is clear.
Rage taking a hit from Lacey Knight at the last second, almost out of the pack. Meanwhile, Mizzy C picks up a penalty for a high block.
All right, so we've got 30 seconds to play with. We'll see how Massachusetts utilizes that time and see how New York tries to
This is the
minimize the damage.
third power jam that Massachusetts is enjoying, and they have not given up any to New York as of yet.
All right, we have a purple blocker heading to the box as well.
Making things a little easier for Brad. Brad knocked to the outside now by 221. Yeti or not. Direction of play on Red's pivot.
Well, that's
a flurry of penalties here, Rage.
We're just flying in and out. It's
Mizzy knocked to the inside by, I think that was number 8, Aubrey Planets. Another big hit.
Big hit from Aubrey Planets, sending our purple jammer back into the inside line. Like I said, she's not a blocker you want to be a tangling with.
Yeah, she'll put you down.
All right. I see our red pivot standing up. I'm not sure if Rage Bradbury has completed their initial pass, have they?
I don't think so. That's the initial pass for Mizzy C. Yeah, there is no lead jammer here.
That's right.
I think Brad might still be able to pick it up, but has not yet.
I see 127 in purple and 15 in red heading to that Apex Skate Shop penalty box.
All right, there's some non-lead points for New York, and that will represent a lead change unless... Oh, Brad has passed the star off to 749.
That is Evil Midweek Cutie, the skater formerly known as Wednesday Addams.
Got it. All right, so 4 points picked up by New York. Represents a lead change. I don't think... Yeah, Mass did not score on that jam.
That was a grind for both teams.
Yeah, hard fought.
Lots of penalties, lots of strong tripods holding the jammers back. Lots of good offense, actually.
Well, based on the number of penalties, maybe it was a little too good.
Maybe it was a little too good. Maybe it was just a touch too good.
Switchcraft on the line for New York now, and this is actually a tie game, folks, with Mass picking up 2 points, 36-36.
All right, we have number 08, Morgan LaFleur, coming out wearing the star for Massachusetts.
First jammer appearance for Morgan.
Yep.
Switchcraft is your lead jammer for New York.
Morgan Le Fay going down hard on the outside line, re-engaging with Fuerza Brutal in that golden helmet up front. Morgan Le Fay out of the pack, racing around, hoping to pick up some points.
Brutal off to the box, didn't catch the call. Switchcraft to the front, picks up 4 and calls it off.
All right.
And that is 4 unreturned points. And that represents a taking the lead for New York out of the tie. Looking to extend that will be Kate Sarah.
That's
Flying Hawaiian. Will be Flying King.
Flying Hawaiian. Their
I don't know where that
supervillain
came from.
alter ego. I don't know. I kind of like it. Let's see. We have some offense
from
right
downtown.
We had some really lovely Massachusetts offense from Evil Midweek Cutie, Aubrey Planets, Pax a Punch. I don't know who else. There she is. Sassy Molassie getting Flying King out first. Kate Sarah gunning it around the track.
Yeah, gunning it, but not in time there. Massachusetts breaking through the pack, and Flying King calling it dead. 4 points, and it's another tie game.
I'm smelling a trend. Let's see. Yep, we have Evil Midweek Cutie, who is still wearing the stripe for Massachusetts, sitting in the box, along with Fuerza Brutal for New York. So a 3-3.
Diagon Alley.
Yeah.
You mentioned she was a Trojan with you there on the Hellions of Troy.
That's right. We've got Lammy in red, and again Diagon Alley. If you're able to take a look on the screen, she has the most amazing Harry Potter tattoo sleeve.
Is that right?
It's really a work of art. It's exquisite. Let's see where.
Boy, tight walls here, Rage.
Oh my gosh, this is just. I see Fuerza Brutal trying to bridge, trying to play some offense, trying to do a little bit of everything all at once.
Yeti in the front of the pack there, organizing that defense. 121, trying to break things up at the front. That's Agent Mulder.
Oh, we have Diagon Alley getting kind of sandwiched up in between Evil Midweek Cutie and Agent Maltair. Oh, and there's Bella LeBras.
Goes down pretty hard at that turn. Takes a second to get up, but she is re-entering play.
Moving.
And Lammy is your lead jammer. Took her about a minute.
Lammy Jammy. That was almost a full. That was more than a minute to establish lead jammer, which goes to show that these walls are.
Star pass to Yeti at the end of that jam, puts some pressure on. 4 points by Massachusetts puts them in the lead.
Inching their way up. We are under 10 minutes left in this first half, folks.
And Kate Sarah returning to the line for New York.
I see Rage Bradbury in red. Let's see, we have a clear penalty box.
Pack in retrograde as the whistle blows.
I don't mind being honest, this game is stressing me out.
This is a nail biter. I was calling I've called some close ones this weekend, but this is very exciting. Kate Sarah to the front, knocked to the outside, but stays clean with a spin.
I don't know how she managed to
Oh,
stay
my goodness.
in. There was some fancy footwork there.
That spin just absorbed the impact somehow.
I would have broken all of my ankles trying to do that.
My ankle twinged just seeing it.
Oh, Kate Sarah getting gummed up with the Aubrey Planet, Sassy Molassie.
Brad has the star off, is passing it off now to the pivot.
We are losing Murph, number 15 in red.
Pivot is 49? 749.
749, Evil Midweek Cutie, a familiar face wearing the stripe this weekend.
Kate is through for 4, which ties things back up. Looking to hop that apex, does not stick it. Will not get points for that effort.
All right.
No, she landed inside. Okay. Well, that's why I'm not a ref, folks.
That's we've got a 4-point game now favoring New York.
Let's replay that sucker.
Let's
Chad
take a
Newt
little.
from Nerd Derby here has the replay right on. Let's see. Let's get in close. It's hard to see it from that angle. Yeah, we lose it. We lose it with the skaters in front of us. Too bad. All right, back to the action here. We have Mizzy C for New York.
Yep, another familiar jammer in that lineup. I see
Trash
the star.
Panda.
That's number 027, Trash Panda.
First jammer appearance for them.
Yes. A new face to Team Massachusetts,
Yeah.
Trash Panda. Pushing real, digging in hard and pushing that wall up to the front of the pack with the hope of getting. Oh, we have just a lot of something going on up there. Oh, we have a
Trash Panda up front, one to get by, and it's through. Lead jammer is Trash Panda.
Let's see, I'm trying to put my eyes on Mizzy C.
Mizzy C coming through the middle now, has the star off, looking to hand it back off to Yeti.
Let's see, Trash Panda back and hoping to pick up some points. Mizzy C once again knocked to that inside, being forced to re-engage with kind of a dynamic duo of, I believe that's Emily Nolan and 121, Agent Malter.
Yep, doing a solid job there of holding Mizzy C back. Now Mizzy C making a break for it.
Unfortunately, that beautiful defense earned Emily Nolan a trip to the penalty box.
All right, well, Mizzy C now star firmly ensconced on the helmet, is not going to get a chance to re-engage.
Trash Panda double checking with the bench. Yes, no, maybe. Yes, calling it off. Let's see. That was 3 points picked up by number 027, Trash Panda. We have a 1-point game.
Wow. That's about as close as it gets as Switchcraft comes to the line for New York. Flying King.
And Switchcraft in purple for New York, a very fun and dynamic jammer combination that we've seen.
Yep, new to Gotham, coming to us from Atlanta last year.
Oh.
Flying King, there we go, lead jammer.
Coming to us from Providence Roller Derby, Flying King.
Just over the line from Massachusetts.
Just a hop and a skip. Team Mass, yes, we have skaters from all over Massachusetts and Rhode Island.
Nice hit from Lacey Knight up front there, knocking Flying King to the outside, forcing to restart the run as Lacey takes the star from Switchcraft.
Flying King calling that off. Let's see if they make 4 points.
They got all 4 points, and that's a lead change.
Another lead change.
I write these little arrows as the lead changes so I can count them quickly. There's a lot of little arrows on my sheet right now.
I was going to say, I'm not looking at the sheet, but I've got this like lingering suspicion deep in my gut that it's going to be a lot of little arrows.
Yeah. We have 4:43 left to play, and it looks like Wolverine from New York. Massachusetts called the team timeout, but then I saw Wolverine go into the middle, possibly looking for a review. I thought I saw him making that symbol, but I could be wrong.
Time will only tell.
Well, the refs won't tell us, so maybe time will.
Now, for those of you sticking around on Twitch for the rest of BOTAS, we're going to have Pennsylvania and Florida going at it after this for the gold and silver medal placements, which is sure to be an incredibly both brilliant and stressful game.
Well, we are definitely looking forward to seeing Florida play. It's their first time here at Battle of the All-Stars.
Is it really?
It is. They have never been here before. They came in seated kind of mid-pack at, I believe, 8.
Yes.
People not really knowing what to expect out of them. Of course, BOTAS is always a question. You never know who teams are going to be able to convince to come here.
Well, the All-Stars are so interesting because how often do you get to practice together as an all-star team? That's going to vary.
I know New York has last year they practiced twice together before play.
I know that Team Mass has had more than 2 practices, but not by much.
Buffalo's a long way away from New York City.
It's
so.
true.
All right, back to the action here. We got Kate Sarah for New York, and she is your lead jammer.
Who have we got? I
Lammy.
see, Sacrificial Lammy holding the star. We're going to have to see if she's going to go for the star pass or the good old star stash.
Bella Labral is her target with the star, but has not received it yet.
We have Agent Malter down at
the first turn.
Down and out.
Shaking it off. Not looking for help yet, but she is crawling out of the splash zone. Kate Sarah up front now has picked up 4 for New York.
And we had a star pass to Bella Labral, the Massachusetts pivot. who has, over the course of the weekend, been the recipient of a number of highly successful star passes. So
first one she's received yet this game. A track cut going against Kate means that Bella LeBral will have the opportunity to earn her stripes, if you will. Well, earn her star, I suppose.
I see what you did there. Yeah, the goal is that she's already got the stripe. Oh, a little one-on-one action against Sassy
Nice
Sutton.
hit from
Wow.
Sassy, my goodness.
That right at the tail end of that. That was...
And back block being assessed to the mass blocker that hit Sassy there. I didn't catch who that was.
All right, let's see. We have...
And 4 points put up by Bella LeBral puts Mass back on top.
As of right now, we'll have to see how all of that pans out.
Well, Kate's through, and that's 4 for Kate.
And
so
Lammy is up and standing, getting ready to engage within the next few seconds.
the Laminator. On the back of her jersey, anyway.
Lamma ding dong. Kate Sarag coming in hot. I did not see the hit.
And leaving pretty hot, too.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Ooh.
There are a lot of points flying out there. I'm going to wait for a moment before I say who's actually in the lead right now.
Very much so.
And, yeah, I do see Mulder. That might stop play for a moment here. Well, an official review will certainly stop play.
That is, they're good for that, stopping gameplay. So we have a 3-point game favoring New York at this point with 2.5 minutes or so left.
They ended up picking up 16 on that jam,
That
Rage.
was a very successful, if not a little chaotic. It was kind of a
Definitely
wild
chaotic.
one,
That's
but,
fair. That's
but
fair.
ultimately successful.
Yeah, 16 points is the largest jam of this game, tied with Massachusetts. That was Rage Bradbury picking that up.
See, I see our wall starting to float around.
Those of you concerned on the board, Maul is receiving a little bit of attention. Seems to be okay. Hopefully we see her back soon. Oh, that's Jez. Hi, Jez. All right, we probably won't get the actual ins and outs of this official review for you folks, but we'll keep an eye on the score and the penalty box and see if we can do a little Kremlinology and figure what's going on inside the halls of power there.
Maybe we'll spin you a tale.
There we go.
We'll weave you away.
If we don't know what's really going on, we can always just lie. What are you going to do?
What are you going to do about it? We'll sound so convincing. No, nobody should trust us with anything, honestly.
I mean, who trusts announcers? Let's be honest.
I don't.
All right, looking for some results here. Nothing thus far, but the refs are hard at work in the center. Let's tell you about Spank Alley, the only fully adjustable roller derby armbands on the market. They ship worldwide. You can check them out online, spankalley.com.au. I can't hear a thing that's going on, not in my headphones. I'll be the first to admit. Nerd Derby providing the Twitch streaming here. Chad is sitting right next to me. Oh, we're actually getting some information regarding this official review, and Rage will have that for you in just a moment. Nerd Derby been streaming all weekend. Chad, I don't know how you do it. Rage, what do we got?
Got a little bit of info. Red requesting the official review for a misconduct off of the Purple Jammer for pushing off of a downed skater. There was not enough evidence to substantiate that. It will not be retained.
All right. We could look at the video, but once we open that can of worms, it's all over. Switchcraft for New York going up against Rage Bradbury.
Yep. And again, we're sitting. Let's see.
One in the box. Brutal in the box.
Yep. Brutal in a box. We've got. Let's see. We've got
a lead jammer.
We sure do.
Rage Bradbury. Love their number, 451.
I know, Fahrenheit.
Yep. Now Switchcraft is through, and Rage is Rage is not calling it yet. Going for those points.
Going up against. Going up against. There was some nice attempt at defense by Lacey Knight, but it appears to have sent her to the box.
Yes.
For her efforts.
And another penalty being called on Massachusetts now. Penalties flying right and left. Switchcraft trying to stay in, but knocked to the inside. I think that hit might have been, well, number 21, I think, laid that hit down, Emily Nolan. That was a chaotic jam, and I think it ended up being
4-4.
Net of 4 for both.
All right, we're sitting on a 7-point lead from Team New York.
With 1:21 left to play and an official review called by New York. I think it might, well, Wolverine is in the middle trying to explain something. Looks very animated. And we got information on the last one. Maybe we will on this one.
Fingers crossed. We've had a good streak of it so far.
You were there, you witnessed that 50-point comeback to win it all by 1. Incredible.
Yeah, fantastic.
And now for those of you who have been with us for the majority of the day, we've had some incredible comebacks over the past several bouts. It that Kansas game?
That Kansas game was bonkers. I was calling that one, and I was talking about close games earlier. It was Kansas-Tennessee.
That's what it was.
Kansas just coming back at the very end. I think they ended up winning in the last jam.
They did. It was. I was screaming my head off, and then I realized
save that voice.
Shoot, I have to call this game. It was touch and go for a little while. So with that being said, 7 points. If you've been sitting with us through the rest of Battle of the All-Stars, you know that's less than one good gem.
All right. Well, what else do we have to look forward to? We talked about the silver and gold match coming up here. Have we talked about 888?
Oh, no
Derby
need to talk about 888. Yeah, we have our ref.
Oh, here we go. Let's see. Rage will get that information. And of course, it was New York looking for the call.
So New York's requesting a cut on the red jammer, not retaining. It takes me a minute to just sort of process everything that the refs are telling us. So New York requested a review for a cut on the red jammer.
Okay.
It will not be retained because the red jammer cut their own teammate. So they did not gain
you're allowed
relative
to do that.
position
Yeah,
over.
there you go. Okay, well, very good. One way or the other, it stopped the clock with 1:26 left to play. 7-point game. Every second could well end up counting. And we've had 19 jams here in this game thus far. It's been pretty fast-paced.
Very much so. Although we've had our fair number of 2 point also, yes, but 2-minute long jams. It's been kind of a wild mix. The best of all of the worlds as far as Derby goes.
Absolutely. Really exciting Derby to watch here this weekend.
I'm trying to keep track of Twitch. Anything?
Some people are talking about how Wednesday Addams is their forever Derby crush.
That's fair.
That includes Chad here.
Hey.
That's okay. He's from New England. He doesn't know any better. All right, Mizzy C will be taking on Boots in what's likely the last jam and a half, but not guaranteed to be with 90 seconds left. Mizzy C is your lead jammer.
Boots pushing hard from behind with some offense. Offense from Red. Ooh, everybody kind of goes down. Boots is out. Mizzy C with a powerful apex jump.
These two are 1-1 facing off against one another now. Mizzy C forced to call it off early as Boots gets out in front of her.
Nice little high five from a couple of New York skaters for Boots. The camaraderie and solidarity and sportsmanship that you see amongst a lot of Derby teams really does my bitter, jaded heart some good.
Well, I said that was the last jam, and of course I was wrong.
Dirty liar.
Yeah.
Don't trust an announcer. Don't ever trust us.
An announcer from New York, no less, as Chad just put in there for us. All right, fine. More reasons not to trust me, I understand. Kate Sarah, you can trust her to get lead jammer, and she does.
She's been very successful in terms of lead jam ratio. We've got some pretty intense offense for Flying King.
Kate On the outside. Oh, my goodness, just lateral. Was that a track cut?
That I thought I saw one, but
All
that's,
right.
you know, that my announcing name is Blind Rage for a reason. So
Well, toeing the line there. No penalty was called. So, yeah, looks like that will be the intermission.
That's that.
As apparently we're calling it now.
we're very highfalutin.
I mean, yes, we will go to the lobby where we'll have canapes. I don't think there are any points on that, Jim.
No, they
No,
don't seem
there
to
are
be.
3 for New York. There
Yep.
we go.
All right, we are starting intermission with a 75-61 score in favor of New York.
All right, we'll be back at you in just a few minutes here.
I'm busy.
All right, I know that Blind Rage got through the Massachusetts roster earlier. I'm going to hit up the New York roster now. Number 2 is Pinky Swears. 09 is Kill Valentine. 110 is Switchcraft. 111 Cherry Napalm. 1138 Darth Vader. Number 12 is Ovarian Sister. 1213 is Fuerza Brutal. 127 is Sassy Sutton. 1717 is Chaos. 180 is Toxic Beverage. 187 Morticia DK. 221 is Yeti or Not. 303 is Mizzy C. 33 Lacey Knight. 56 Kate Sarah Sarah. 909 is Boom. 934 is Diagon Alley. Team Captain 0101 Crush. Now, still on the roster for New York right now is number 59 of the New York All-Stars, Lorraine Acid. On January 5th, 2020, there was a deadly multi-vehicle crash that claimed the life of this all-star teammate, Lorraine Acid. Lorraine had joined Suburbia Roller Derby of Yonkers, New York, a year ago after many years as a member of Ohio Roller Derby in Columbus. Her loss was felt equally hard among the roller derby communities of Ohio and New York. The New York All-Stars chose to keep her on the roster for 2020 BOTAS. I would want to invite all of us here to honor Lorraine with a moment of silence, but before we do that, let me read the actual words of Lorraine that she posted just days before her passing. And to everyone I didn't get to see and hug in person, wishing you all an amazing upcoming year, day by day. You are strong, gorgeous, and deserve the best. Thank you all for being a part of my life. Please join me now for a moment of silence for Lorraine Acid. All right, folks, thank you for taking that moment with us. Didn't mean to bring down the energy here in what's really a very exciting game. Massachusetts trailing New York now by 15 points. New York managing to put together a bit of a lead towards the end of that, Rach.
Absolutely. We've had a number of very hectic and confusing penalty box swaps, in, out, power jams, power starts. So we're going to see how both teams try and reconfigure their strategy.
First half, New York had 11 lead jams. Massachusetts had 9. But New York benefited from 0 power jams, giving up 4 power jams to Massachusetts.
Yes.
All right. On the line right now, I see Bala Fishy, the ref, in my way. It's Kate Sarah Sarah for New York.
And I'm having a hard time putting my... There they are. It's Flying King, number 42. Kate Sarah Sarah is our lead jammer. Once again, she's had a very high success rate in terms of lead jammer status.
Even against Flying King, which is no mean feat.
Absolutely.
King is a ferocious jammer.
And we've seen over the course of BOTAS that they are equally proficient at blocking as they are at jamming, which is a pretty rare skill set to come by.
Kate pushing against 3 in the front, 2 in the front.
We've got Sassy Molassie bridging the pack to the front. We've got Emily Nolan.
And that is 4 points for New York.
The star is off. I can still see it in King's hand, so...
Kate Sarah Sarah with a nice little apex hop there over an unattended apex.
Dangerous business leaving your apex unattended. And again, that was...
4 more for Kate.
4 more. That's... New York is inching its way towards the century mark. I see, let's see, we have Aubrey Planets and Evil Midweek Cutie / Wednesday Adams sitting in the apex penalty box. Aubrey Planets getting ready to re-engage.
No star pass there. King did escape from the pack, but not able to engage before Kate calls it off. 12 plus
16.
4 more, 16.
You know, this was not the point in the game that Massachusetts wanted to give New York, especially a powerful jammer like Kate Sarah Sarah, one of those high-scoring jams. Is that the highest? Are we still stuck
We've
at
16? We've had a few 16s, yeah. We had 2 16s, one by Kate
and one by
Rage.
Bradbury.
Yep,
yes.
exactly.
All right.
Switchcraft will be wearing the star for New York.
And I'm trying to put my eye. I believe, yep, I see the smile. It's Sacrificial Lammy.
All right.
Look at her. She's
Just loving life.
I said this during my last call. She might be grimacing in pain for all we know, but it looks a lot like a smile.
It does.
Doesn't she?
It
She's
does.
having fun.
I would be a lot more frustrated in that situation.
I never look that happy when I jam. I'm going to be honest.
I don't know if I've ever looked that happy. End of
Not
sentence.
ever. Full stop.
All right.
Let's see.
Switchcraft not quite able to stick it on the inside line there, restarting the run. Lammy up front now.
Ooh,
Yeti pulling her back.
That was an amazing run back by Yeti or not. And now poor Slammy, I did it again. Sacrificial Lammy finding herself
We can call her
stuck
Slammy.
in
It's all the same, you know.
that double wall of Fuerza Brutal and Yeti or not was.
Yeah, Variant's sister up there as well, coming at us from Ithaca.
Oh, okay. I love that name. That's a great name. Let's see. I hear cheering. I see a lead. I see the lead point. There's Slim. Now I'm just stuck. Now I'm just doing it. Now I'm just doing that
That's
forever.
all right.
Sacrificial Lammy is our lead jammer. Through again for another 4.
Some slow motion falling in the back of that pack there.
Some beautiful business. I'm sorry I didn't catch it.
Well, and it looks like
And another.
a track cut being assessed to Switchcraft here, and that's a power jam for Massachusetts.
So that means Sacrificial Lammy was our lead jammer, so
Yep.
now she's in
Yeah,
control
power
of the clock.
lead,
I
and
see,
she calls it.
Yep, I see her bench staff saying, "Call it, call it. We want to start with that power advantage."
All right, so I'm going to take a moment to talk a little bit about something here that it's been on my mind for a while, and that is Lammy's names and the name changes. I actually think this is a bit of a conspiracy theory, but I think that the reason behind it is actually so that Lammy will know how long she's known someone.
Ah, clever.
Based on the name that they'll call her.
Yes, I like that.
They also might just be different people. It could be roller derby clones, a project going on in Boston. All right, back to the action. Switchcraft sitting out 30 seconds, standing now in the box against Morgan LaFlay.
Now, it's always been interesting seeing when Team Mass has decided to field Morgan LaFlay as a jammer, as she has a much greater stride length than many of the Team Mass jammers of record. So
I can definitely see
just
that.
kind of shaking things up a little bit.
Switchcraft out of the box and not the lead jammer, although she is the jammer in the lead, and that's going to cause Morgan to call it. And that'll be a 0-point jam. First 0-point jam we've had since the 4th jam of the first half.
Yep, that was, like you said, that was 0-0. We are sitting with a 20-point game, 92-72.
I'm hearing Boots is out there for Mass. And that is Mizzy C. Oh, Mizzy C getting launched almost to the middle.
Terrifying.
303. We've seen this matchup time and time again. These two seem to end up against each other a lot. Boots is your lead jammer.
Yep. Despite some airborne action from Mizzy C, she makes it work. She sticks the jump. Boots is one of the jammers that we've been seeing throughout the weekend who really comes in with a lot of strength, a lot of push.
Mizzy C is picking up a penalty for blocking out of bounds. That one changed.
That one I'm not.
Illegal contact of some sort.
All right, so Boots, again, is our lead jammer and will be in control of the clock, so we will see how Massachusetts decides to use these next 30 seconds, whether they want to I see the arms going up, and the Massachusetts bench staff in tandem, like terrifying, horrible birds flapping. Call it.
Horrible birds.
That was wild. They were so perfectly in sync with each
They really
other.
were.
They were like a flock
It's
of
like
geese.
Alfred Hitchcock going on over here.
I see Sassy Malassi heading to the I nearly said the Alfred Hitchcock penalty box. A very different vibe altogether.
Yeah, he also did not sponsor this one, so we can't give it to him.
We can't give him that. We've got a very crowded penalty box.
Yeah, we do.
I see Sassy
3
Malassi.
purple jerseys over there right now.
I see Mizzy C. I see 2 purple blockers. So.
Yeah, Cherry Napalm standing right now. And we have a timeout being called. Official timeout. we have any bills left to pay here?
Putting in our due diligence over here on the mic.
Want to shout out to Bucksmont Roller Derby Dolls for hosting us here at BOTAS 2020. They host every year. Every year, it's a great time. They do such a good job of bringing this all together, making this happen. They run the whole event space while we're here. If you've never had the opportunity to come to Pennsylvania for this, it's always kind of, for me, the unofficial start of the Derby year.
Yeah.
And it's just such a fun tournament, and Bucksmont makes it happen. So thank you, Bucksmont Derby Dolls.
Good on you, folks. I can't imagine the amount of time and effort that goes into wrangling this type of tournament.
Yeah. All right, back to the action here. We have Mizzy C in the box standing.
Flying. She's coming in to re-engage. Flying King is our lead jammer. Let's see how the message. Oh, we have.
That's 4 leads in a row for Massachusetts right now.
Mizzy C has completed her initial pass. She was able to kind of burst through.
And King is looking to call it, but looks like they're going to run it. Mizzy C is, I don't know if that was intentional. Mizzy C is through now.
Pretty handily, too.
Yeah, King now going to have to fight their way through, edge to the outside.
They're looking.
Yeah,
they're
going to
looking at
call
their
it.
bench. Like, really? Okay.
That might have been a tactical. Well, one way or the other, they came out 8-4, so it worked out in their favor.
We got 99-88. It's a score that feels very pleasing to my eye.
Lots of double digits.
It makes me happy, you know?
It's the little things sometimes, apparently.
It's true.
Well, Kate Sarah no little thing. She is your jammer for New York.
Let's see, who have we got going up for Massachusetts?
Down quite low, whoever it is.
I want to say Lammy?
Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
And Kate Sarah is your lead jammer for New York, breaking a drought since the first jam of the first half. Second
Boom,
half.
like a wrecking ball. That was a very effective star pass. Cover off, handed to Evil Midweek Cutie. Forcing the call. That was 4 points picked up by New York over the century mark at 103 to Massachusetts' 88.
So a 15-point game, I think, is where we came in on this half. Yes, it was a 15-point game at the top of the second half as well. 9 minutes of nonstop Derby action has yielded no relative movement for these two teams. Switchcraft on the line for New York.
I believe that's Trash Panda, number 027, wearing the star for Massachusetts.
Switchcraft is lead.
Trash Panda just kind of barreling through up that inside line.
Switchcraft on the inside, one to get by. Now Trash Panda left behind, as she calls it, picking up all 4. Quick jam there.
Quick and dirty. That was 5 points for New York. 108-88. We are officially at about 20 minutes left in this penultimate bout. Again, this game is to decide the bronze medal placement for BOTAS 2020, with Pennsylvania and Florida going up against each other following this for gold and silver.
Kate Sarah will be going up against Rage Bradbury.
Brad coming up at the top of the pack against Fuerza Brutal. Penalty going to Fuerza Brutal for that land on Rage Bradbury.
Also on the pivot for Massachusetts. Yep. Kate Sarah going around the outside, trying to get the pack to pick up some speed.
Brad kind of scooting up that inside line.
Kate Sarah is... That was an interesting technique there, but...
There's a lot of interesting things. It's an interesting sport.
That is very true.
The pitch and the cadence of my that I use for the word interesting is interesting. It's all good. It's all good stuff.
Well, 4-4 on that jam, and an official review being requested by Massachusetts.
All right.
3 team timeouts are all still in place for both teams right now. Massachusetts looking for a review, and we've been getting information on that, so we'll have that for you soon.
As soon as we know, you'll know.
Hey, Twitch, we like to call out and ask who you guys think is looking good as an MVP for this game. We give MVPs only once to each person for the weekend. And previously, let's see here, Fuerza Brutal and Kate have both won it for New York. Over on the Massachusetts side, MVPs have been Bella LeBral, Flying King, and Evil Midweek Cutie. So if you got some MVPs, yeah, sweeping during halftime is a laudable pursuit, but not MVP suitable. Watch your mic. What do we got?
All right, as of right now, Massachusetts is checking in on a skating out of bounds potential penalty for Kate Sarah. So I don't know the outcome yet, but it will depend on whether or not I suppose we see Kate heading to the box or not.
Yeah, thank you for that update,
Pretty
Ray.
unambiguous. Shout out to our tournament head announcer, Gretchen Little, for passing me the inside scoop there.
All right, yeah.
Our fearless leader.
Yes. Tournament head announcer. We want to thank all of our tournament heads here, including V Diva. We want to thank Pinky and the Brawn, pardon me, and TBD as the tournament oversight. Head refs are Brace and Queen Victoria. Head NSO, Coconut Chanel and Quick Grayson. Head photography is Andrew Keys. Head announcer, as mentioned, Gretchen Little. Also Kent Smith helping out. Bracket rules, policies, and procedures, Caitlin Estes. Social media, Nerd Derby right here, Chad Newt. And, of course, head of registration and team wrangler is Samantha Flowers.
We got word coming in. Just be back in a second, folks.
BOTAS would not happen without their help. All right, Rage got the skinny. What's up?
Friends, enemies, and those who fall in between. So as I mentioned, Red wanted to assess a skating out of bounds penalty for Kate Sarah. It will be upheld. Kate Sarah will be serving the penalty. Massachusetts will retain their official review.
All right. So, yeah, sitting down there, cooling her heels for 30 seconds. Kate Sarah start this one at the box. Power start for Flying King with a quickness.
Dangerous business letting Flying King have that power start. They have been a force to be reckoned with consistently over the course of the weekend.
And only 2 blockers out there to stop King does not slow them down for very long at all.
Nope. That was 4 points picked up by Flying King out of Providence, Rhode Island. We've gradually got
Rhode Island. What I'm hearing is there's a ringer out there. Come on now.
Team Massachusetts historically has been made up of skaters from, I believe, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Rhode
That's
Island,
fair.
kind of
Right.
wherever we need to wrangle them. Ooh, big hit
King.
from Aubrey Planets, but Kate Sarah is still in. That was her initial that was just completed.
King knocked to the outside. I saw them looking at it and finally called it as Kate was coming around.
I've been consistently very impressed by the track awareness demonstrated by Team Massachusetts. They've got their eyes. It's so easy to get tunnel vision when you're caught up in like this high caliber level of play. That was, let's see, that was...
Oh, Banshee is chiming in. King lives in Massachusetts.
Oh.
Plays in Rhode Island,
Thank you,
apparently.
Banshee.
So,
Love
fine,
you, Banshee.
fine.
Love you, kisses. Thank you. That was a very successful...
Thank you, Twitch.
Takeaway point. Don't trust announcers. That was 11 points picked up by Flying King. We're now sitting at 111 to 103. We've got Sacrificial Lammy up against Mizzy C. Sacrificial Lammy, I believe, coming from Western Mass, and Mizzy C coming from the Hellions
with
of Troy.
a really blatant track cut. I don't know what Mizzy C was thinking there.
Don't quite know what that was all about, but now we have a power jam for Sacrificial Lammy. It is, let's see, 1, 2, 3. It's an 8-point game at this point, and that ain't nothing.
That
nothing at all.
ain't nothing. You said it.
That's like a sneeze for Sacrificial Lammy. So we've got Team New York trying to lock down that try. Oh, we had a nice little airborne moment for Sacrificial Lammy.
And that is the initial pass, not lead jammer here. I think Mizzy had picked up lead jammer before that track cut.
I also saw the star in Lammy's hand.
Oh, then
so
okay.
That
might
might have
account
just
for
been,
it as well.
Regardless, we had a big hit from Aubrey Planets. And packs a punch heading towards the penalty box. There's number 03 in red from Massachusetts.
Going for 2 minutes on this one, with neither Mizzy or Lammy able to stop the clock.
Nope.
Mizzy caught up there in front with two red jerseys just holding her back, and there she goes.
Yep, that was Bella LeBral and Aubrey Planets.
Thank you.
Laying down the law. Let's see, I'm trying to find Sacrificial Lammy. The problem with announcing for her is that she moves so fast, gets so low. It's like, where is she? We got some offense being played by Bella LeBral. Bella LeBral managing to save her point, I believe, very neatly from Mizzy C. Let's see kind of what the tally is looking like for that.
Looks like she got
a bit of business.
An official review being called for now. And Mass is creeping up there now. 4 more points on the board for New York, and looks like 3 more for Massachusetts.
Mizzy C heading to the penalty box for another power gem. So we'll have to see what this official review business is all about.
Yeah, so that is that will represent the 4th power start for Massachusetts of this contest.
Team Massachusetts 106. But there will be some discussion. May involve points, may involve the fact that the New York Jammer is sitting in the penalty box, and Bobby Narso has kept track of those Jammer penalties. I'm not sure if you can tell us some more.
So there were 4 Jammer penalties.
Yeah, we will have some information there. I see Twitch people wondering if there's a leading with the head call going on. Certainly a possibility.
We won't rule it out.
But the New York is actually the one doing the review, so we'll see if Mass comes back with their own request for one.
Counter review.
We prefer to call them fans or viewers as opposed to Twitch people.
Twitch people.
The twitchy one.
The Twitchies.
If it's cool with you. Fans or viewers.
I think we're going to go with Twitchies.
I kind of like the twitchy ones.
Twitch people.
Oh, boy. I don't know if you just saw anything hopping by there, but it would appear we have an injury there on Massachusetts. Happened a bit earlier. Agent Mulder hopping on over to the EMT station. That has nothing to do with the official review. What is the official review?
All right, Derby people. Let's see. So New York called the official review in the hopes that so for those of you wondering what that penalty was for Mizzy C, it was a delayed hit. And New York was hoping to overturn that and get Mizzy out of the box, but no dice. Mizzy will continue to serve her penalty.
Okay. So that review will be lost, and Flying King is your lead jammer, 42. And there are 3 purple jerseys. No, just 2.
Flying King just scurrying right up that outside line, narrowly missing Fuerza Brutal.
Pinky Swears trying to organize that defense in the front. Oh, Flying King coming down just a little inside.
It was a beautiful apex jump and just not quite effective in the way that they needed it to be. Let's see, I hear a lot of
forearm
whistles.
going on Pinky Swears.
All right.
Very chaotic pack here, I gotta say, Rach.
We've
Hard to
got-
follow this action.
We've got we've got Aubrey Planets and Emily Nolan in red in the box, and as previously stated,
Pinky
Pinky
Swears.
Swears
Yeah.
in purple. Unfortunately,
All right.
Pinky Swears, of course, is the pivot. We have a hit from Sassy Molassie laying Mizzy C out.
Yep. Flying King wasn't headed out there. The way they were skating, it kind of looked like they were headed to the box. But just re-engaging. But Mizzy C is headed for the box for a track cut.
Have we been keeping track of penalties? Because we've been seeing.
Yeah, I do not have information on penalties, but that will be at least her 3rd one this half.
We've seen some familiar faces in the box from both teams at this point. Let's see, I see Sassy Molassie heading to the box for Massachusetts. King
And
out of the
with
pack.
that number, I think that might have tied the game up right there,
Indeed.
118 to 118.
Very much so. Mizzy C is standing.
Flying King flying outside, unfortunately.
We have the Massachusetts bench staff leaping in
to
the
call
air.
it. Busy C was released just in time, celebrating a little victory there, I guess. But 12 points is the big victory of this jam, and 12
Very
points
much so.
by King makes this a tie game.
Now, I think our Massachusetts fans might be biting their nails a little bit. We have 3 red blockers in our Apex skate shot penalty
Oh my
box.
goodness. Yeah, pivot is standing, so there will only be 1 red blocker starting this jam off.
Curious to see who Massachusetts fields.
Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Oh, somebody fouled out here, looks like.
I'm guessing.
Is
that's
it
Evil
Midweek Cutie?
I'm
Yeah.
guessing. She's
All right, so with 13 minutes left, Evil Midweek Cutie having a little discussion with the NSOs over in the penalty box. A friendly discussion.
just a friendly little chat.
So that will be it for Evil Midweek Cutie, and sitting the penalty is nobody. Looks like the penalty was more or less done. All right, so team captain will not need to sit this penalty.
All right, let's see. We have Aubrey Planets and Bella Labral in red, our sole 2 red blockers kind of strategizing. Now, again, this is a powerful combination, so this isn't anything for – who's that we got in purple?
I was too
Somebody.
fixated on my numbers for a moment there. I might be Kate stuck back there. Can't quite see from this angle. It is
Yep.
Kate.
So we're Bella Labral.
Kate taking a knee coming around that turn, but is your lead jammer.
Down but not out. What do we got going on there? I see Trash Panda. Trash Panda appears to be jamming.
Yep.
There we go.
Had the star off for a moment now. Kate is through the pack for 4 and is reporting to the box.
Oh, we have a power jam for Trash Panda. Trashy P to their friends and neighbors.
Trashy P. I believe this is the 6th power jam for Massachusetts of this half. Not even the game.
Of this half?
Just the half.
All right. Trashy P Trash Panda keeping an eye on their bench managers.
I'll allow it. Trashy P. And there is a illegal contact being assessed. Didn't see the contact. It was across the arena from me.
We have another power jam.
But Trash Panda in that Apex penalty box means that Kate is out there alone and is picking up 3 points on a no pass, no penalty. And that puts them 1 point. And for once, that really mattered there.
Those 3 points really got him. We're sitting at 122 to 121. Trash Panda standing up, meaning they will be re-engaging within the next 10 seconds.
Aubrey Planet's doing some great job recycling Kate in the back of that pack. Now Kate breaks through to the front, deftly avoiding a big hit coming in from Sassy Molassie.
Would not have wanted to be on the receiving end of that hit, that's for sure. We have Trash Panda back on the track.
And that was a 2-minute jam.
That was
Yeah.
a lot.
Enough said.
This
And
is just some stuff happened there, folks.
This, if that score is accurate on the board right now, that was a 9-8 jam, which puts New York up by a single point.
Okay.
And Massachusetts fans have to be enjoying this right now. Are you enjoying this, Massachusetts fan?
As a Massachusetts fan, I'm a recent transplant from
Fair
New
enough.
York to
Yeah, this must really be
Massachusetts.
tearing your loyalties a bit.
I'm holding a lot here, Mo. I'm seeing Trash
Panda
Panda
picked up a back block at the end of that
I was
jam.
curious about that. I thought I saw that over across the track, but
So that is the first power jam for New York this entire game, if my scribbled notes are correct.
that feels right to me. Let's see, who have we got?
Switchcraft is out there for New
another
York.
very successful jammer for Team New York.
And she was very successful on that run there. Now New York holding down a goat. That's Sassy Molassie, keeping the pack in one spot. Switchcraft cutting into the pack. One to get by now. The team pivot being chased down by number 8, Aubrey Planets, but unable to make contact.
All right, we have another lead change. Trash Panda back on the track, star in hand.
Yeah, coming out of the box with the star in hand.
Let's see, who's our pivot? Where is our pivot?
They're down low in
I
front.
see,
That's
that's
03.
Pax-a-Punch.
Yeah,
Let's see, Trash Panda out,
Made it through alone.
having completed that initial pass. Forced the call off.
all right. That was an 8-point run for New York, putting them at 135 over 126 for Mass.
Beautiful. That we are under the 10-minute mark. We have about 9 minutes 40 left in our penultimate Battle of the All-Stars bout.
Now, this is, been keeping this under my hat. My understanding, talking to Deb Crush the other day, New York team went out to get tattoos a couple days ago. So they're skating with fresh tattoos right now. I don't know what they are or their location.
My God.
But Mizzy C is your lead jammer, fresh tattoo or not.
I do know there was some talk of Valentine's Day flash tattoos.
That could well be
For
it.
the love of Derby, Mizzy C knocked to the inside. Just a lot of bodies happened very quickly in rapid succession.
Banshee chiming in. Deb put her new tattoo on Instagram. Well, I'll have to go check that out.
I'm a big baby. I can't skate with a fresh tattoo. It's just.
I mean, I am ink free, in
It just
fact.
feels like MRSA. I don't want to.
MRSA waiting to happen.
I don't want to play that game. You know what? You do you, but I don't want to play that game.
All right, 2 points for New York there. 3 points picked up by Mass.
All right.
Kate Sarasara and Flying King. We've seen this matchup time and again.
We sure have. I see Fuerza Brutal kind of hovering up at the front of that pack, along with number, is that 102? Pinky swears. We see a purple blocker heading
Deb
to
Crush.
the box with her new tattoo.
With a new tattoo.
Oh,
Kate also headed to the box, tattoo or not, so that's 3 purple jerseys in the box. And King making hay while the sun shines. But now King is headed to the box.
Oh, jammer swap. Nobody likes a jammer
Track
swap.
cut. Yep.
Track cut for Flying King.
So that's going to be a very abbreviated penalty served by Kate.
King as well.
A lot of penalties being served by a bunch of the New York jammers here.
Yes.
I have to wonder if any of them are in any danger of falling out with still almost 8 minutes left to play.
We've seen Mizzy C
Oh.
in and out a
Yep.
handful of times.
Kate as well.
We've seen Fuerza Brutal in and out a few times.
Yeah, but I'm looking at it cutting into the jammer rotation here. Wide open on the inside track there. Kate Sarasara is through for 4.
Sometimes I don't know if you've ever seen like the graphic. No, but you know, have you ever seen like it's like a duck sitting on a placid surface of water, and then on like the underneath the water, it's like paddling really furiously, but it looks all
Okay.
tranquil. That's kind of, to me, that's kind of what Flying King looks like. Like if you look at their torso,
Like a
it
duck.
seems very like smooth instead.
Oh,
of
what a jump!
Oh, that was some leap. I was going to say their feet are always moving.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I don't think they would appreciate the comparison to a duck.
Well,
but you know.
Kate flying probably a little better than most ducks there. Knocked to the inside.
Probably.
Ducks are just awkward.
Ducks are actually my team mascot. So.
Oh, they're also jerks.
They are.
It's not a bad thing to have as a mascot, a jerk. All right, 15-point jam for New York.
They are slowly widening that gap.
And that was a 2-minute jam as well with rotating jammer penalties. Team timeout for New York being called.
This gives Massachusetts a minute to kind of ground themselves, say, okay, we've come back before. Maybe we can do it again. What do we need to change? So what are your thoughts, Twitch viewers, Twitch fans?
Twitchy people.
What are your thoughts on MVPs? Who's standing out to you on both teams?
Oh, here comes Dad to yell at us.
So what I want to know, Mo, is what kind of scarring, like tragic childhood thing happened to you
On
with
Twitch?
a duck? No, with a duck.
Oh, with the duck.
That
So
makes you think that they're jerks.
in my youth, I formed a group called Awful, the Anti-Waterfowl Unitarian League. Our job was to assault ducks with squirt guns and chase them away. But unfortunately, water rolls off a duck's back pretty much like what you would expect, like
Yes.
water off a duck. It was a very ineffective group. Anyway, back to roller derby.
I really can't tell if you're lying. I genuinely cannot tell. Honestly, I think if you had to pick a horrible bird to be a good team mascot, it would be a Canadian goose.
Well, oh my God.
Yeah. Tell me
You don't
I'm
want to
wrong.
mess with a
Tell me
Canadian
I'm wrong.
goose. No, you're right about that.
I know.
All right, 6:26 left to play
All
here.
right.
New York over Massachusetts, 152 to 129. Mizzy C going up against Weird Al Yankovic in her first Jammer appearance of the half.
Mizzy C, terribly sorry. Weird Al Yankovic is out and is our lead jammer.
Mizzy C looking for that exit, but 109 had her number. That's Bella LeBral.
Unfortunately, having her number
Yeah.
also led Bella to the box, to the sin bin.
Oh,
Oh.
Mizzy C taking a flying. Yeah, not able to land that.
That hurt my kidneys, I think.
Yes.
Hurt kind of a little bit of everything.
Mizzy C around the outside now, more or less untouched on that pass. There's 4 points.
I see Weird Al
Yeah, Shank is the lead jammer.
has control of the clock. I'm kind of
Not
curious
calling
what
it, though.
the thought process
Her
is.
her
here.
bench is signaling her to keep it going.
That's okay. All right.
Seems like a weird choice. Maybe they were trying to kill the penalty on their pivot.
Oh,
The penalty bench has cleared out now. Apex penalty box.
Yeah, Mizzy C kind of down on the ground, getting ready to re-engage with Nolan and Murph at flat wall with that brace up there. Let's see. Mizzy C knocked to the inside and drawn back. We have a purple blocker heading to the box. Shank
Yeah, that's,
coming back around.
That's Pinky Swears in the box right now. Great job by Mass shutting down Mizzy C's assault here. 4 points put up, and Shank now working on third scoring pass. Suddenly the decision to keep going on this jam makes a lot more sense.
Very much so. Now, for those of you who were with us last year for Battle of the All-Stars, Team New York and Team Massachusetts did come up against each other, with New York taking the win by like a solid 100 points. So regardless of whether Massachusetts can pull ahead or not, this is by far and away a victory no matter what for Massachusetts.
Absolutely. All right, so 8 to 11 on that jam puts us in nice round numbers, 160 to 140.
All right, okay. 20-point game. We've got an official review being called by Team Mass.
Team Mass, all right.
They're probably trying to get the penalty looked at.
We have some speculation regarding penalty reviews for their jammer. We'll see what the situation is there as the information comes to us. Yeah, definitely penalty trouble for New York. I'm just scanning through my notes, and my God, yeah, there have been, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 by my count power jams given to Massachusetts. That's certainly not official stats by any stretch of the imagination, but it gives you an idea. And, in return, only 2 power jams given up to New York by Team Mass.
Got a little track maintenance going on.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
has
the
been kind of
tapeworms out there keeping things up for us here.
Everyone loves the tapeworm.
It's a great dieting method. Anyway, 4:05 still on the clock here. Stay tuned for Florida, Pennsylvania.
Anyone who's really warm in the building right now? And the skaters, I bet. I've heard from a lot of them. It is very, very warm out there on that track.
Massachusetts is guaranteed to finish in 4th place at least. And that is the highest that they've ever finished at the battle.
Adhesive demarcation technicians. I guess we can call them that, but tapeworm sounds so much more, well, it falls trippingly off the tongue. Violet, you definitely would be suspended if you were mic'd. I can verify that.
All right. So I've got some news regarding the official review. Red is requesting a blocking a down skater on the purple jammer. Not given. They will not maintain or uphold their official review.
Okay. All right, so that's Mass's. Well, they did get their official review earlier.
That's true.
Sending
This
Kate
is their
to
second.
the box.
This is their second go around.
All right, Kate Sarah, speaking of, is your lead jammer. And Shank, of course, still in the box for Mass.
Ooh, Kate Sarah coming in hot. We got some nice blocking done by Sassy Molassie up at the top of the pack.
Nice dodge. Android going in for the big hit. Kate managed to avoid and is through for 4.
You know, at some point out of my peripheral, I saw planets like flying through the air, and I'm not sure where she came from or where she was going. I just saw it happen. The air was filled
With planets.
with flying planets.
Kate now working on an 8-point jam.
Shank is out of the box and engaging with Yeti or not, and I see a kind of silvery helmet up there. I see Fuerza Brutal, of course, with that gold helmet of hers.
And Kate now putting together quite a run. Shank's got the, yep, Shank is through. And that is the initial for Massachusetts. Kate's going to call it off before any damage can be done there.
I think Kate has done plenty of damage on her own on Massachusetts. That was a 15-point jam picked up by Kate Sarah. We are under 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's almost 60 points in 6 jams here for New York. 56 or 57 total. Really on a tear. Switchcraft taking the line for New York.
We got
2:20 left to play.
Oh, Switchcraft just goes tearing up that inside line. We've got Sacrificial Lammy doing some kind of wild side surf. I don't even know if her wheels touched the floor. That was incredible. Switchcraft calling off that jam.
Yeah, Lammy was not hearing those whistles, still going for it. But that'll be a goose eggs on the jam. Score will remain 140 to 175. Under 2 to play.
Now, what I was alluding to earlier, should Massachusetts lose this bout, they will still come in 4th place in Battle of the All-Stars, and it has been relayed to me that this is the highest that they have ever come in Battle of the All-Stars. So no matter what, this is a big win for Team Massachusetts, who has upset a number of brackets.
Team timeout for Mass now.
I thought I saw Aubrey Planets heading to the box, but I guess not.
Nope.
So it looks like we're going to have a full run of skaters out on the track for.
Apex penalty box is empty.
We're coming into the last couple of jams, folks.
Looks like Kate cycling back in for New York on this jam coming up.
Not surprising. She's really had a very successful streak. I see Morgan LaFleur.
Yeah, I was going to say there's a height differential over on that line.
We have a tall jammer.
All right, that whistle brings us back to the action here. 147 left to play. Jam 18 of the second half.
Oh, everybody was so ready to go.
So ready, but New York has called a timeout. Okay. First team timeout for New York of this contest. Wolverine giving a little pep talk over there to his bench, but the rest of the New York skaters are ready to go. I see Fuerza Brutal. I see Pinky is out there right now. Sherry Napalm.
Kind of our familiar. Oh, we've got the Team Massachusetts Jammer Pack.
Ah, there we go.
A classic. I see Flying King wearing the star. We've got Trash Panda. We've got Rage Bradbury. Morgan LaFleur, of course, wearing the star, and Android is a Team Massachusetts tradition where they, at the end of the bout, regardless of the outcome, they will just throw out everybody that's jammed.
Jammer pack.
Jammer pack. Jam. And you know what? Actually, the last call that I did against Pennsylvania, the Jammer pack did very well for themselves.
All right.
Actually.
Well, let's they are definitely they have a different mindset coming into this, but most of them have blocked or have been blockers at one point.
We've also seen over the course of BOTAS that certainly we've seen both Trash Panda and Flying King wearing the some nice try from Rage Bradbury.
Rage Bradbury blocking like a jammer, chasing the jammer out because you're a jammer. You can do that, right?
That's how it works.
Not without a star on your helmet,
Nope.
you can't.
I have actually had the pleasure of watching Trash Panda as a blocker jump the apex in order to catch a jammer. So sometimes it helps.
Android off to the box now.
A lot of bodies flying through the air.
Kate Sarasara with an apex leap.
We've got a star pass to Flying King.
Yep.
Who scoots out around Fuerza Brutal. I just hear people are thumping on the bleachers. They're banging their skates.
Kate's 3 for 4.
The energy in here is palpable. Flying King dancing up that outside line, moving around to the in, back to 4. Really kind of getting cozy in a seam between Yeti
Pinky
or Not.
Swears and Where's the Brutal
Sutton.
out there? Yep. Cheering Napalm, of course. Kate juking a little bit as she comes into the pack. She always jukes and then just continues straight forward. That's the thing.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Android lost to the box. Gone but not forgotten. Rage Bradbury again kind of darting up front trying to catch that jammer.
Yep. Well, 16 points and counting for Kate now. The period clock is done. And
Kate's like,
she's going to call it. Yeah.
We're good.
All right, so unofficial final score 140 to 191, 143 to 191. New York will take that and fall below their seed to third place. We'll be back in a few minutes with the MVPs.
All right.
Hey, New England Roller Derby Report would like to thank our production sponsor, Sociopath. Sociopath is a skater-run business offering size-inclusive leggings and shorts designed to fit you. With 7 different lengths and pockets, she is sure to have a style that works for your body. Team colors, custom prints, and group discounts are available, also offering dozens of armband and helmet cover options. She's got you covered. Please see sociopath.ca/nerd for 10% off your next order.
All right, we have our MVPs. Rage, who are they?
All right, for Team Massachusetts, we have Sacrificial Lammy, a.k.a. Laminator,
Absolutely.
a.k.a.
Yeah.
the lambs have stopped screaming.
Rama ding dong.
And for purple, for New York, our MVP is Pinky Swears.
All right. Congratulate all our MVPs all weekend long. I think Kansas was voted as the MVP team for the weekend.
For that comeback that they had earlier
Incredible,
today,
yeah, absolutely.
I stand by that.
All right, so stick around. We're going to have Florida versus PA in what is sure to be a barn burner of a bout.
Knuckle biting, nail biting, hair on end. All
All
right.
right, it's been an honor and a privilege. I'm Mo Chismo.
And I am Blind Rage. All right. Hey, BOTAS. This is Blind Rage here with Sacrificial Lammy, our team MVP for the penultimate BOTAS bout, where New York did take the win against Massachusetts. Sacrificial Lammy, couple of questions heading your way. First of all, consistently all weekend, there have been cartwheels. You have been airborne. You have done all sorts of wild stuff. What's the background there?
I did go to the trampoline park with Bo today as a warm-up. I was a gymnast as a child and a synchronized swimmer in college. My mom and grandmother and sister are champion Scrabble players. And my uncle and aunt did curling in high school.
So it was definitely the competitive Scrabble background that has brought you to where you are today.
Well, I actually have never been so good at Scrabble, so I try to be a little bit better at roller skating.
Now, Team Massachusetts really managed to upset a number of bracket seeds. I know just from talking to the rest of you over the course of the weekend, every day was, okay, we're going to handle Colorado, and then we're going to deal with Pennsylvania. It was like a one bout at a time type deal. What was that like for you?
Yeah, that's definitely intimidating, for sure. I needed to eat a lot of Tums this tournament. I'm really fortunate to be amidst a really supportive group of teammates and coaches who help, as they say, complete the stress response cycle. And I also had the mentality of just 1 point at a time, one set of hips at a time, and the offense will come, and you just got to keep on grinding. And even if you spend 1 minute with no lead, you might still emerge with some success.
Jam's not over until the jam is called. Any other shout-outs that you want, anything you want to say to the camera?
I just want, my little lamb is here, and little lamb would just like to say hi, Mom.
All right, BOTAS, that was Sacrificial Lammy, MVP for Team Massachusetts.
Hello, I'm Mo Chismo, the voice of New York. I'm here with MVP for the New York-Massachusetts game, Pinky Swears, and her least favorite part of any game. Pinky, congratulations on the MVP. Tell me a little bit about the process that New York goes through practicing, getting ready for this weekend.
Well, we actually have not really practiced together very much, so obviously some of us skate on teams together, and so there's that, but we really just kind of wing it when we get here, which is fun and crazy and a little bit nuts, but it's had success for us in the past, and I do feel like, we were able to gel and find each other, and especially in this last game, it was really great. I felt like everybody did amazing.
Yeah, absolutely amazing job this game, coming out against a Massachusetts team that was neck and neck with you right along. If you had to pick an MVP player for this game, who would you have picked?
I mean, I always feel like MVP is so tough, and sometimes there's that one crazy thing that happens in the game, and that's what's the most visible thing. And I really think everybody did so great, and it would be hard to say, oh, one person was more valuable than the other, because this is a team sport, and we all have to be playing together to lock it down and be able to actually execute what we want to do.
So what I'm hearing is you think we picked you and you were the MVP and that was the right choice.
That's awkward.
That's not at all what she said, folks. I'd like to give everybody a chance to explain their number. Why are you number 02?
I just always like the number 2. I like the shape of it. I know that sounds really stupid. I was 22 or 2 growing up playing sports, so I've always just had that number. For some reason, there's not some crazy, amazing story behind it, unfortunately.
Any thoughts about the big Florida-Pennsylvania game coming up here? Obviously, you faced off against Pennsylvania any number of times. You faced off against Florida this weekend. Any thoughts about what's going to happen next?
I think it's going to be a really great matchup. I think that Florida really likes that fast, speedy game, and I think Pennsylvania is going to do a really good job to try to slow things down. I think it's going to be neck and neck, and I think it's going to be a really super exciting game to watch.
All right, well, thanks so much. Congratulations to the MVP. This is Mo Chismo and Pinky Swears signing off.